For this third tips and tricks, I'm going to show you how to use advanced shaders to create complex rendering effects such as metallic paints, leathers, varnished woods, plastic, chrome materials, and more. Released with V5R16, our integration with NVIDIA CGFX shaders is unique in the market today. It has allowed us to enrich our existing material library as well as provide a way to create and integrate your own advanced shaders. In this first example, I'm going to illustrate how to easily enhance existing materials. Let's start with this car rim. I'm applying an aluminum material from the library. You can see the result. It looks good, but I'd like to add some brush effects to increase the realistic appearance of the rim. First, open the Properties panel and select the Texture tab. There is no texture selected so far. I'll apply an image for a brush effect. I can browse folders and select an RGB file. You can see the difference immediately. I can now tweak the effect even further by applying adaptive mapping for a more uniform spread. I can also change the reflectivity and add a bump effect. The rendering is changed in real time, and as I'm moving the rim, you can see the different reflections. It looks better, doesn't it? That was the first example of how existing materials can be enhanced. Now, let's take a look at the CGFX shaders. Let's use another part on which I'm applying a gray steel material. This time, in the Texture tab, I'm selecting the external shader item. I can browse a folder in which I've put my shaders earlier, and select a metal with a bump effect. I'm changing the material size. Now you can see the bumps all over the part. This effect is a result of the graphic card interpretation of the shaders. Of course, the CAD geometry has not been modified at all. For instance, I can still tweak the effect by selecting a different bump size. You can see that I'm using two types of files, FX and DDS. DDS files are images containing different levels of texture details. When you zoom in, you can see much more detail than when you are further away from the part. To create them, you will need to download a Photoshop plugin available on the NVIDIA website. FX is the native NVIDIA file format that gathers effects and pictures, the DDS files. You can create FX files through the FX Composer, also available for free on the NVIDIA website. It's important to know that the CGFX shaders are compatible with most of the graphics cards on the market, including NVIDIA and CATIA products. You have seen this car on our website, and I must say, I really like it. It's a good example of metallic paint shaders. You can see the reflections and the quality of the rendering while I'm rotating the car. This ends the third tips and tricks on V5 rendering capabilities. See you soon for another session.